let's talk about what we've done, all right? Give me just a second. What a beautiful day the Lord has made. Haven't done that in a while. Yeah. Ooh, what's going on, family? How y'all doing today? So, let's get this thing straight. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. It is absolutely gorgeous out here. Yeah. So, first of all, thank you for all the dope comments, all the new subscribers. After that collab with Stunner Reese, it was things just went off through the rails, man. I appreciate all the comments, appreciate all the subscribers, new subscribers. I appreciate all the love. All those who are visiting right now who haven't subscribed, go on and hit that subscribe button. I think we got some good content over here. I think you guys are gonna like it. So, for all the new people to the channel, I'm your boy T Big Swole. And we're on this channel. We do a lot of different stuff, mostly about the cars, right? So, I got a Chrysler 300. That's that big guy over there. I also have a Jeep Liberty that I'm building also. It's in the garage. We'll look at that a little bit later. But after that collab with Stunner, one of the things that I wish I could have brought the 300 out and actually did the review of that one. I think it would have lent itself a little bit better. Yeah, I can't say that because I think the Liberty does its own thing because it's so unique, it's so different, and I like that because, you know, one of the things that he pointed out, like him and myself, I didn't just want to do the average thing, right? What everybody else is doing. To me, that's too easy. I like being a little bit different. Liberty was a great choice to do something that nobody else was doing. That build is continually something different. It challenges me because, again, there's not a lot of stuff out there. So I had to create a lot of things for that vehicle myself that makes it basically one of a kind. They got pieces on there that nobody else has on a Jeep Liberty. So that's the part I really like. But ultimately, going back to the 300, I think this is a great opportunity to talk about and kind of run down everything that we've done to the Chrysler, to the 300, because we've been doing these one-off videos, these videos that kind of talked about one, piece of install here, one piece of install there. I think this is a good time to run down everything. What you guys think? I thought you would. But before we get started, we got a little business we need to handle. Y'all hear that chirping? It's chipmunks. Oh, those little bitty animals are so small and so loud. But let's get down to the business. Let's get down to the business. So if you guys like pretty days like this one, go and hit that like button, man. Y'all need to get that out of the way. It's free. It don't cost you anything. All you gotta do is go and click that button real quick. Go and hit it real quick. You don't need no special tools, no training. Just go and hit it, man. Okay, so if you guys like car reviews, you know somebody that like car reviews, or if you know somebody that don't even drive, go and hit that subscribe button, man. Go and hit it. I'm gonna wait. It costs you nothing. Now, if you guys like or know someone who don't have a car and drive, or if you know someone that knows how to drive and don't have a car, they like cars, and then people that kind of afraid of them, go and hit that like button. Go and hit that subscribe button. Go and share this video with the person that you know that like, don't like, have, and don't have cars. Man, I think we covered everybody. I think we got it all covered, man. I think everybody that falls into that category, man, yep. I think we got it covered. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Hey, look, man, if y'all rocking with your boy, and I appreciate all the love. Like I said, we got a lot of new subscribers, a ton of new subscribers in the short period of time. Go on, give me them 3-100s, man. Go on, hit that emojis, man. Them 3-100 emojis, man, if you rocking with your boy, man. Go on, give me that love, man. It's only fair. It's only fair. But look, man, like I said before, we're going to focus on that guy right there today. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull it out over here. We're going to open it up, spread it out, and talk about all the stuff we've done to the Chrysler 300 to date. So you guys get the everything that's been done to the car kind of review. And I think the best way we can start this video up, let me straighten out this camera a little bit. I think we should start this one off with a cold start. So we're going to go and get this cold start. We're going to pull the 300 out. Yeah, man, and then we're going to, let's talk about what we've done, all right? Give me just a second. All right, guys. So what I did was bust her wide open for you guys so you guys can see everything that's going on inside. We get this plastic off here. And yeah, everything that's happening. We're gonna need these shirts. Take these shirts out of here. That don't need to be in there. So we bring this stuff in there. I'll leave the mask. Let me grab this hat real quick. Look, man, I'm gonna show y'all what's going on, man. I ain't pretentious. I don't like giving you guys fake stuff. I'm a real one. I do my own work. You know, I share with people, help people genuinely. I'm not one of these people that's trying to capitalize off somebody else, although some would think that collaborating with Stunner gave me a little boost, and it does, but I think the reality that come out of that is it was me. You know, it was us. But you know, I was just being me. And I think that vibe worked, man. We clicked. He's a dope dude, bro. And he's real, and he don't like fake stuff. You know, off camera stuff. You talk to him, he's just a really cool guy, really genuine, really dope. Man, we're gonna leave that right there. And I can get with that, man. That right there is one of the reasons, again, why I follow, pay attention to his videos and what he's doing, because he comes from a very genuine place. And you know, nothing about it seemed fake. Nothing ain't, you know, scripted. It ain't. He just who he is, man. That's dope. That's dope. And that's how I like to be. You know, I don't play the popularity game, so there's gonna be some subscribers or a community of people I may not appeal to, because I don't, you know, I may not have the things that they want to see and like and feeling, or whatever the case may be. But that's cool too. My goal is to get people who digging where I'm coming from, and they get it. That's just your boy. That's just your boy. So, man, look at that. When did that happen? Oh my God. I'm just noticing this, man. And this had to happen last night because I just watched this thing. Y'all got to see this. Look at this. Sheesh. And it's a big tear in my tire. Wow. It ain't leaking, so that's a plus. Like I said, it's real. Golly. That's the first little whatever I got in my wheels, man. That had to have happened last night. I washed this thing yesterday, ran to the store real quick, and clearly hit something that was in the road that just, oof, man, that sucks. Hey, man, but hey, that's the stuff that happens. It is what it is. What can I do? It happens. But anyway, I think we need to get started on reviewing this car, because you know that ain't the end of the world, man. We can get that fixed if that's the case. Who knows what happens beyond this car in the future? Just saying. I'm just saying. But anyway, man, let me show y'all the car. All of those who are new to this channel and did not know, this is my 2016 Chrysler 300 all-wheel drive V6 Pendesar car. It is a nice riding car. Started off as a daily for me. Somewhere along the line, I started having fun. It just went on and just started really getting into it to the point where I don't drive it all the time. And the reason why I drove it last night was because I don't drive it all the time. I don't want to get in it and ride in it because it's fun. But, hey man, that's the kind of stuff that happens, I guess. Oh well. But anyway, I wanted to talk about what I have done to this car, because I want to share with you guys my build. And I think since we up front, let's start with the front. One of the first things that stick out to me, one of my favorite parts of this car is the spoiler, the front splitter, excuse me. Love the front splitter. And again, I do all this stuff myself, so nobody else put that on for me. Video is, just do a search for it. It's on there. I just recently did this one. All right, so we got the front splitter that we put on here. Under the hood, well, let's go to the headlights, because we got, we did an HID conversion in the headlights. So we got upgraded headlights in here. Up under the hood, let's look at the motor a little bit. You look at those orange coils. Those are RIP coil packs. Right now, mine are working great. I've got people that, some of my other guys that's out there in the community, they've had problems with them, misfires and things like that. So far, I've been fortunate. I've not had a problem with it. Again, I don't daily my car, don't drive it all the time. And all I can assume is that I'm probably going to have a problem with it in the future. But right now, I'm doing okay. All right, so we put the RIP super coils in there. And they're working great, man. We also did spark plugs at the same time. We went with the E3s. I like E3s. I put E3s. I've had E3s in multiple cars, and I've noticed gas mileage improvement and also noticed performance improvement. So I'm like a big fan of E3s. I've done Iridiums. I've done a few of the different GKs, but the E3s, man, so far I have noticed more from the E3s than I've noticed from any other brand. So I stick with what I know, and I notice it a lot with this car. Although this is a V6 all-wheel drive, when it's in two-wheel drive mode with these 22s, it spins these tires a lot. It's very, very, very peppy, and I think that comes with a lot of the performance stuff that I've added to the car that gives it that little after boost, right? All right, let's go back into the car. Another performance mod, should I say. So far we just talked about the splitter, which is aerodynamic, so a little performance and it also appearance. We did the HID lights, which is mostly for visual performance, not necessarily vehicle performance. We got the RIP coil packs, which is performance. I want to say it was something like 7 to 15 horsepower gain. The E3 Spark Plus gave about 7 as well. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is the AFE Power Cool Air Intake. So I painted it white. It came with this gray filter that looks kind of white, which is, it just goes with the look, right? And it also increases some of the performance, which, again, you can nickel and dime it as much as you want. I don't know if the numbers, they add up perfectly that way. I've never had the car dyno, so I wouldn't know. But it also gives a pretty decent little gain. I want to say 7 to 12, something like that. So and I really do notice the gain in the performance after the things that I've added on so far, right? Another obvious thing that I've done under the hood, as you can see, was all the custom painting on the engine cover, the fuse box, of course, the cool air intake, and also the strut tower caps. And then also, if you look at the front, I blacked out the mustache, the Chrysler mustache on the front. I also got rid of all the black chrome that was around the lights here, because I hated it. I hated the black chrome. It chipped really bad. So I actually sprayed that myself. And I think it came out really nice, man. Right now they got a few bugs on the front of it. I washed the car yesterday, but you know, again, after that ride, and then when that happened, womp womp womp. Yeah, you know, it's you know, we got some bugs. It's okay. We can clean that off. That's not a big deal, right? All right, man. So far, that's what we've done to the front of the car. And I think it you know, from a performance perspective, as I mentioned before, I feel it. It's there. From a aesthetics and look, I like the way it looks, and I appreciate it. There are a few other things that I would like to do, but we'll save that for another video. So let's do this, man. We're going to walk around to the rear and see what else we've got going on back there, right? On the rears, we've done, first of all, let's bring this down a little bit so we can see that spoiler. So we put the SRT spoiler on there. We got that from Spoiler King, and we installed it ourselves. As we roll up a little bit, you'll see the mustache is blacked out. I did that. We also did some debadging. This was all black at one point with plastic dip, and I peeled it. I'm gonna probably end up doing it again because I don't care for chrome. So chrome gotta go. We're gonna get rid of the chrome. I don't want any chrome on the car. All right. So other than that, we've done, if you look at all the trim pieces, we did all the trim pieces white. All right. We also did this back trim piece white and the subwoofer white with some of the decal inlays on it as well. All right. Also in the trunk, let's see. Let's just focus on the rear. We get back in the truck. We also added the SRT diffuser across the back, and then we have the 5-inch tips that came from Big Bowls. You notice the reflectors are white; they're white out. Got rid of that red reflector across the back, and it's whited out. All right. Also in the trunk, which you can't see, that's tucked away under here, is I installed a it's the z-automotive double bypass, and I have a taser installed back there that gives you some of the other functionality that you get, locking out into rear wheel drive, locking into SRT or sport mode, and a few other things, light show and things like that. So that's in the trunk, right? So let's go to, so we talked about the front, talked about the trunk. We're going to go inside and let's go inside. So what's in the inside? Let's take a walk around. First of all, as you can notice, those diamond mats, right? So we went through and we ordered those mats because I thought they looked great. Not only that, but they have a function. They absolutely protects the carpet. I mean, there's no carpet exposed when these mats are in. In addition to the Massini mats we added in here, we have the SRT pedal covers that we put in here. We also have which is tucked away right now, my pedal commander, which gives you functionality where you can either use the button itself or the controller, or you can use Bluetooth. I generally just use the Bluetooth because I think it's just, I don't know, I don't have to touch the button, right? The mats are in front and the rear, as you can see. Let's go around this way real quick. Got some masks back there. Hey man, we living in that time. Got to keep you some masks with you. And I just think the mask gives such a nice little pop. I thought about going with the mats that had the vertical lines in them, similar to the seats. But they didn't have them through that company, and I wanted this brand from this company. They cost a little bit more, but so far from the reviews that I've seen, the quality, it's just higher than the others. So I wanted something that looked good, wasn't too expensive, but gave me the quality I was looking for, right? All right, so that's the inside. We didn't do a lot on the inside. I like the trim that's in here already. I mean, me personally, if I could, I would probably do something different with, I don't know, I like it. Only thing I would do different with is all this brushed steel stuff. I would get rid of the brushed steel and go with something different. The brushed steel does blend itself well, or lend itself well to the white that's piped in the seats on the S and on the floor. So that kind of works. A little bit, don't hurt, but I don't know. The brushed steel I would probably get rid of and probably go with white or something different. We'll see if that happens in the future. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. All right. So back to the car. We talked about the front. We talked about the back. We went on the inside of the vehicle. Now let's go around the four corners. Four corners. We also changed out the corner markers, side markers. As you can see, let's see if we can hit the button and get a little activity. They don't flash. Oh, the doors are open. So we have, let's see. Nope, it's not letting me do it because the doors are open. We have, we can just turn them on so we can see. But we put LED corner markers. The factory corner markers have just a little dot that illuminates in the middle. With these, show you guys what I'm talking about. With these, it's a full strip. And I think they look heavy. I love the way they look. I love the way they set off. I love how bright they are. They just look really, really good in my opinion. Highly recommend it. I also went with the clear ones, not the smoked ones, because I thought the clear looked better on a white car. And I like them. I still, if I had to do it over again, I'll do the exact same thing. I'll go with the clear because I think it works for your boy. All right. Where do we leave off? So we still on the four corners. What else did we do on the four corners? Well, we put wheels on it. We took the factory wheels off. Went with 22-inch Milani wheels. And we put some Lexani tires on them, right? And we put, as you can see, these are let me see if I can see better on this side. I think it's 265. Why is the size at the bottom? That's crazy, man. I'm trying to find out one. There we go. We got 265 35 ZR22s. All right. We have that on all four corners. We're not staggered. All four corners, and they're all 10.5 inches wide. So what I really, really like about that is that it just have this real beefy wide stance. Kind of hard to see from the front. Let's look at the rear. Let's see if we can get that shot, that money shot. So you can see, man, they just look beefy, man, sitting up under there. Them wheels look wide, they look beefy. It feels grounded. It feels like it's solid to the ground. No complaints. Love it, love it, love it. I'm gonna go back to this front corner real quick and get more info about what we did on the four corners. And as you can see, you got that swirl up in there. We put caliber covers from CCI on there, man. These things are awesome. People complain and say, oh, they come off. And so here's a few complaints that I've heard. They'll come off and tear up your wheel. Nope. Have not had these things. I've been on the highway. And on the rear, as you can see, I have 300S on the rear. Nope, they ain't going nowhere. They sit on there nice and solid, guys. For me, because I had white, oh man, these things will get dirty super fast. Nope. And I don't know if it's because I don't drive as much, but when my guy, they treated them at CCI before I got them, they're ceramic coated. So he's like, they should clean off real easy. And he's right. It's nothing to clean these things. It gets the job done. And they look good, and they're not dirty, and they're not coming off. So anyone that's interested in it, I was talking to Trucking with Boots, Big Boot J, at the last event, and he's interested in them. People was telling him that, you know, you get those white ones, they're gonna get dirty fast. Take it from one who has them. Do not get dirty that quickly. All right. So, what else did we do on all four corners? Well, as you can see, we don't have all that tire gap because we lowered it, right? We use H&R springs that was supposed to lower the vehicle about 1.5 inches. I think it's a little bit more than 1.5 inches overall, but I love the stance. I just love the way this thing sit. When we first lowered it, it's a little bit higher in the front. When we first lowered it, a little bit higher in the rear. We had a little rub. It was a little rub when we hit bumps. So what I end up doing, which is another thing that I end up doing, was I rolled the fenders. So the fenders are rolled on all four corners to give, just to give that clearance, man, so we're not having any issues, right? And one other thing I did, just as another insurance policy, and I don't know if you can see it, but I put a spring bump in there, man, just to give it a little bit more height and to keep it from bottoming out. And it worked. I get no more rub. I'm running on the highway. I'm doing my thing. And she sits and rides real sporty, real grounded, real sturdy. Man, it gets the job done, bro. This thing just is so much fun to drive, man. I have so much fun driving this car. It's almost ridiculous. All right, so all four corners, we got 22-inch wheels, 22-inch Lexani tires. We got caliper covers by CCI. What else did we got? The LED lights on all four corners. What else did we got? We have on here. The front are the only ones that have the bump springs. We didn't need them in the rear. Man, we covered the front, the back. Now we can talk about, let's talk about get a little bit higher. We got our tint. We are 35 all the way around, and I want to say we are 5 in the front, a little bit lighter in the front. But with the doors closed, this thing goes all the way dark. And my guys from Reflection Tint in Huntley, they hooked me up. They did a great job. They just recently did my daughter's tint work on her car, and it looks great. It looks phenomenal. They do wonderful, wonderful work. So the windows are tinted. As you can tell, my antenna here, the shark fin is black. So I got to tell y'all a quick story about that. So your boy thought, hey, look, man, I want a black roof. And it was a last minute decision. I was trying to get ready for another show, and I wanted my roof black. I was not in a situation, and was going to teach myself and figure it out how to wrap a roof if I could have got the vinyl soon enough, because I was under a short period of time, couldn't get the vinyl quick enough. So I went with plastic dip. For all those who know about plastic dip, every coat you put on, you got to wait like 20 to 30 minutes before the next coat. Plastic dips want you to put about 6 to 8 coats on so that it gives that peelability. Because if you don't, it's going to be a nightmare to get off, right? So I went through that process. I need y'all to do the math for your boy. You know, it's one thing, the cost of the plastic dip, which isn't that bad, you know, just for doing the roof. But time that it took me to go through this whole process. And listen, before I did that, I want to let you guys know, I did paint correction around the whole car. Anyone that does detailing and knows about paint correction, buffing, and so you had to clean the paint. We had to get all the iron out the paint. We had to clay the whole car. We had to do a lot of different things to the car to get that paint. And the paint is soft, super smooth. Listen, that was great. However, when it came to getting that car right, man, with the plastic dip on the roof, it just looked horrible. So I peeled it off. And now, as I was peeling it, the shark fin stayed and it looked good. So I kept it on there. And so far, it's still, in my opinion, I think the shark fin still looks good black. Interestingly enough, the image of the car that's on the screen on the Uconnect has a black shark fin. So that works for me. I'm not complaining. All right. What else do we have? So that's the roof. That's the windows we just talked about, right? The other thing that we got going on would be, what else do we got going on here? We got the top, the rear, the back. We did the four corners. Huh. Oh, I know I was forgetting something, man. I had to make some notes for myself so I can remember. Ooh, y'all see those lights? We got underglow. We got a Flow Series Underglow series on here. I think it's by Lighting Trends. I'll have to verify. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I installed that as well. Bluetooth driven. I don't have one of the little remotes. I use Bluetooth only. And you can barely see it, of course, because of the daylight. But we got a glow series on the car, Flow Series glow series that's on the car, and I love it. I think it does add a little bit extra to the car. I think eventually I'm gonna probably end up doing the lights and the wheels. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. And finally, the last thing we do have under the car is that big Bose exhaust. All right, guys. So let's talk about the big Bose exhaust. So we end up going with the big Bose exhaust because I heard another gentleman online with a V6 and I love the way it sounds. I had to go with it. So many people have other exhaust systems and everything from the super tints to boiler to you name it. They got so many people have got all these different other exhaust systems on their car, and some of those systems $300-400. I know the super tints are cheaper because you're just buying the actual mufflers themselves and then putting them in however you're going to do that. This car already has an X pipe on it, so all I had to do was buy the big Bose exhaust and the tips. I wanted the tips because I mean, look at it. I ain't got to tell you why I wanted the tips. I needed the tips. Powder coated in white because, well, with the V6, I don't think I'm gonna have too big of an issue with the exhaust heat. It does give me the sound that I want, but I don't have the issue with the heat at the tips. So that white is working all right. All right. So we went with big Bose 4-inch, the big Bose number 4s, excuse me. We got two of those, right? I had people ask me about what did I do. So what we did was we took the mid pipes off, replaced it with the big Bose exhaust, the number 4s. We got two of those individual, so it's a true dual exhaust. We took the rear mufflers off, right? And straight piped all the way out to the tips. And guys, there's another benefit that comes to that other than just the sound. Those mufflers are heavy. So taking off those mid pipes, which feel solid, they're heavy. They're super, super heavy. The big Bose exhaust, they're like, God. The two of those are still lighter than one of the mid pipes. That's how heavy those mid exhausts are. mid resonators or whatever they call it. I don't know. But each one of those things are heavier than both of the Big Bose exhaust pipes, mufflers that I put on. The rear mufflers, them things are so heavy. Man, so I probably cleared about 50 plus pounds. That's how heavy those things are. They're heavy, man. They are heavy. Very, very heavy. So that is my setup. Coming back, we still have the cats on. So coming back past the cats, we got two Big Bose number 4s. I don't know if that's 4-inch or number 4s. We got rid of the mid pipes, put those on and replaced those. We came straight pipe all the way out to the end onto the tips. That's the exhaust system. And it sounds awesome. Again, man, the best sounding V6 300 on YouTube. Listen, man, if you're out there, you did some exhaust work to your V6 300, you want to rev off, let's do it. Yeah, I'm ready. I think I got it. I got the crown and everything, man. Come on, give it up to you, boy. I got the crown. One more time. Give it up for you, boy. I hear you. That's the 300 in a nutshell, man. That's my baby. So we're gonna go around and start closing it up because I'm in the woods, man. I don't want no bugs in here. We don't need no bugs in the inside of this car. I'll let me get one more little start. I don't know how warm it is or not. You know, these things, man, these vehicles, they do act a little funny when it comes to having everything open. Sometimes when you close them all up, they don't want a remote start. Let's see if we can probably pull one off, man. Let's see. Uh-oh. Worst thing that happened with that, man, it just goes super quiet. Well, it's not quiet. I mean, you still hear it. It's not that deep, roady sound, man. It's just, yeah, man, I think that's it. I think the next video we gonna do on the 300, we gotta talk about those top 5 again, man. We did that once. I think they changed a little bit, man. I think we're gonna have to modify top 5, man. And to be honest with you, as I think about that right now, it's gonna be hard to just narrow down to 5. Super hard to narrow down to 5 because there's so many things that I like about this car. So many things. To come up with 5, especially 5 mods that I've done that just give me so much out of this car. I don't know, what do you pick though? Do you pick the performance stuff? Do you say, okay, that's better? Those lights, the wheels. What do you pick? Blacked out. You know, blacked out around the grill, blacked out at the bottom. What do you pick? The tint. Look at it, bro. The tint. What do you pick? The lights underneath? What do you pick? The caliber covers? What do you pick? The rear bearings? The fluid, that real sport? The exhaust? tell you what I am gonna do. I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on what I think on my favorite 5. My top 5. Yeah, man. Let me give y'all my top 5 next, man. This thing right here. Sheesh. I really appreciate this car, man. I really appreciate this car, man. So, well, based on what y'all see, man, you know how your boy don't do the normal over here, man. We do not do the normal. Because we were designed for greatness. You design from greatness, man. You don't do average stuff. You don't do normal stuff. You don't do the mundane. Oh, you can't do that. Because you were designed from greatness. Now, because you were designed from greatness, you got the right and the duty to not be average, man. So don't be average. Yeah.